So if we go back in time to kind of the 1830s, Govan is a small village on the outskirts of Glasgow. But by the 1840s, things start to shift and we start to see an increase in industrialisation, just as we're seeing across Britain and across Glasgow in particular. So we see the construction of shipyards, we see the construction of engineering works, and we start to see the construction of all the kind of ancillary and supporting industries that you need to make the shipbuilding industry function effectively. Govan is a town that has gone from being very small to being hugely significant and industrialised in a relatively short period of time. It's a very different place when Ibrox is established than it had been 50 or 60 years before.
There were new transport links being established, the underground was well planned. At that time there was a new railway and the tramway took people right out here. And so they took on a lease in 1887 and opened up what at that time was called Ibrox Park.
Very, very quickly, Rangers became as much a part of the identity of Govan as Govan became a part of the identity of the club. And what they received from the local community, Rangers gave back.
So the old Ibrox was only about 100 yards away. In fact, the pitches of the two overlapped.
If you look at that period up until 1899 when Ibrox Park opens, that had a capacity I think of about 79,000. 25 years earlier or so, Rangers were playing effectively in a public park. That's an incredible rapid rise.
In the original south stand, there was still 20-30 yards of empty space between the back of the stand and Edmiston Drive. There was room for a lot more to be built there.
There was no expense spared really. They looked for the best of quality. There was over 1 million red bricks used, imported from Wales for the creation of that wonderful facade that we see. Internally we had fantastic Art Deco lights which are still here, part of the structure of the inner sanctums here, and the lovely marble staircase. And these were all befitting a club of high standing, which the club already was, and it was important for us to create something that was in keeping with that.
There's something about the place. There's a grandeur about the place. There's some grounds that you park your car, you get off the train and you walk straight in. I never do that here. I stop and I look and I feel the history and I feel the power of the supporters. You know it's a great club when the fans are just looking at the bricks and mortar.
For me, give me Ibrox every single day over anywhere else. I love the fact that there's the tradition and an element of class. When you walk in the front door at Ibrox, you can't help but be in awe. You stand there and you can feel the atmosphere even when it's empty. Ibrox is the best.